Hello everyone and welcome to another video and welcome back to my bedroom floor. Now, funny story, so I've actually already filmed this video once before and I managed to delete the footage like an absolute idiot.
You idiot!
I thought I'd uploaded it to my Google Drive and I was trying to be really like organised and I'll just get rid of this now so it's off my phone, I don't have to do it later, and I hadn't uploaded it and I deleted the footage, so we're back again.
I'm back again.
Oh my god.
So today, what I'm going to be doing is basically, I bought a bundle about a week ago of something that I'd already talked about, which is the Bratzillas Switcher-Witches that I finally have. Now I got them in a bundle just because it was cheaper, basically. Getting these on AliExpress right now is not super expensive, but I didn't want to pay that much, and buying these individually is almost exactly the same price. So I saw these in a bundle with some other stuff for cheaper, so I had to take them. I had to take the opportunity and buy it. So I've already given these girlies a clean up. Everything is nice and clean and sparkling and excellent, because you know me, I do not like touching other people's secondhand dolls. So today is Friday. Hopefully this is up on Friday, and if it is up on Friday, please give this video a like, give me a little subscription, click that subscribe button, because this has been a whirlwind of expecting to have a video ready for today, and I'm gonna make the best of this. So where do I start, really? You know what, let's talk about where these girlies come from. So obviously Bratzillas is a brand which was MGA's response to Monster High, and Switcher-Witch is Bratzillas' answer to Create a Monster. So I have no experience with any of the Create a Monster dolls. I haven't got any of them basically. So what I did see though is that the beginning of the Create a Monster dolls, they only came with one torso. I think they only came with one pair of shoes, so you couldn't necessarily actually build two dolls with a 2-pack, whereas with Bratzillas, they come with enough to build two dolls. 2 pairs of shoes, 2 torsos, 2 of everything, so you've got a lot to play with, and you've got these really interesting themes. These really interesting themes. So what I think is kind of wild is these don't really fit in with just Bratzillas in general, if I'm completely honest. These feel, all of the Switcher-Witches feel like their own separate thing. So you've got this motif with this pack of, I'm trying to think about the single pack. You kind of do. So with the first wave, there was this kind of like clowny mod Harlequin vibe, which I think really works. And then with the second wave, you've kind of got this like almost flower power, like Kiss, a bit of 70s, a bit of rock and roll, all kind of mixed together, and it creates this really strange like line. Like Switcher-Witches kind of do stand by themselves in a way, because they don't really fit in with a lot of the aesthetics of Bratzillas, but I still think it works. And I kind of thought when I was like playing with this previously, the thought process that I had was like, how cool would it have been if this kind of thing was like a 2-pack of Cloetta and one of these girls, and it was kind of like an idea that like Cloetta kind of looks like this, and because she can change things, and she has like the whole split dye hair, her like aesthetic is very like black and pink, or black and pink and yellow, and like loads of different like contrasting colours. If she had a little playset where she was a Switcher-Witch and she looked like one of these girlies regularly, and you could mix and match and make a complete different idea, and she just changes the way that she looks because she feels like it, and it's for fashion and all that jazz. Anyway, that's just my imagination going wild. These aren't the first Switcher-Witches that I've actually had. I've actually had a lot of these. So last year they went on sale on AliExpress, and I bought the second wave 2-pack, which is the blue and pink girlies, and they weren't for me. The designs are really out there, just across the board, to be honest. I'll talk about it a bit later, but so I had those. I didn't really enjoy the fashions, so I got rid of them and sold them on. Then I bought the first wave single pack, which is like the yellow and white girl that has like the updo. and she was not giving either. So I've tried my hand with these beautiful girls. Like, honestly, let me just switch sides because the camera isn't picking up the colours very well. Let's talk about these faces. I'm sorry, Bratzillas are gorgeous. Like, just gorgeous facial screening. I love the pink and the green right now. I'm obsessed with her, obviously because of Wicked. I mean, who isn't obsessed with Wicked right now? And she is gorgeous as well. I love the fact that they've given her green and blue eyes rather than like another, like, I don't know how a white eye would work, but basically they've just gone with some different colours, which I think really feeds into the pack. Now that I'm thinking about this, these details are actually like giving, because the green and blue is like a motif in this pack for this girl. So I see you, MGA. I see you, Bratzillas designers. I'm excited about you. I wish you'd come back. Anyway, so what I noticed when I was cleaning these girls up is that they have different body molds. This one is a little bit, she's corseted, she isn't, which is wild because I think there's lots of differences in this pack, to be honest. I think they've tried to give them different bodies. The legs are different lengths as well. So the black and white girl, if you put all of her pieces together, she's taller. But yeah, so with that said, with all that ramble, let's put these girls together. And what I'm going to do, the last time I filmed this, I made them all match. So let's do it differently. Let's just make all of this go all over the place. I've been talking for a little while, so let's get building. So I'm going to start with this girlie just because that face is everything. So what I'm going to try and do is alternate. So pink and green, black and white. So I'm going to do pink and green arms. And the thing is with these is that they do actually have a left and right, so you have to actually pay attention to what you're putting in where. So as I said, I'm going to do a little bit of an alternation, if that's a word, of black and white and pink and green. When I did this the other day, this is just fun. Like, getting to put these girlies together and just be creative. And I don't really think this is like a thing that many doll brands are doing at the moment. I could be wrong. I don't really know the ins and outs of everything, but it's really fun, like, just getting to use your imagination, pop things together. Like, and for example, the other time when I put this set together, I made everything match, and now I can do it differently. And even then, like, there's so many different ways and so many different, like, opportunities to just be creative and have fun. And I think that's the most important thing. Anyway, just as a little, like, side point, I don't know if you're able to see, but the black thigh is longer than the green thigh. So in theory, putting all of these pieces, the black and white pieces together, you'll make the girl taller, but I'm gonna alternate. So they'll probably be, maybe they'll be the same height. Anyway, right, where am I? I'm here. But yeah, as I said, it's just fun and you get to be imaginative. And as much as, like, I'm a person where articulation isn't necessarily the most important thing to me, it's fun to just be expressive and just do little weird things. And even without clothes on, this is such an interesting doll. Right, so this is our first girl. Let me put her in a little pose. This is our first girl. She's so cute. I love this. I love this. This was fun to do the other day, but this is like, I'm still enjoying it now. So I won't dress her just yet. We'll go over to the next girlie. I think she is so interesting. Like, this dramatic, like, white makeup here, white and silver makeup that stands out against the black. And then you've got like a little purple bit, I think, on this side as well. I just feel like, obviously, as I've said, this is inspired by Create Monster, but there is so much creativity here. And I feel like with the Creator Monsters, yeah, you could mix and match monsters and whatever. I feel like these sets kind of make more sense and there is more opportunity for different styles and putting whatever pieces you want together, because there's such a contrast. They also almost kind of like make sense in a way. It's so different that it makes sense together. Anyway, so what I was kind of like mentioning before about the styles of the Bratzillas and these packs specifically, it's really interesting how I almost don't understand how they got here, because as into this aesthetic for either or any of the Switcher Witches, because these feel like references that I don't think kids would really understand in a way. Like this mod clowny vibe, I don't know how kids would be attracted to that or if they'd be interested in it in the first place, but it works, and it works for me. And playing with this has made me kind of want to give the other Switches like another chance. I don't necessarily want to get loads and loads, but I'm kind of thinking that now that I've tried the Wave 2 2-pack, the Wave 1 single pack, I might give the Wave 2 single pack a go, just because I did like her. I wasn't sure about the short pink wig, but now I've got this cool little clown curly wig. Why not? Why not try the pink bob? Anyway, let's get back to this. So that's this side. Honestly, I'm all over the place today. I'm just hoping, I've got my fingers crossed that I'm going to make it through. As in, get it uploaded in time, because I want to have a video out today, and I was intending on having this done. And then I acted like an absolute idiot. Anyway. This is black coffee because the oat milk I bought wasn't the right oat milk. And it splits, and it's gross. And in splits, I just mean it kind of curdles, so I've got to drink it black. Which is fine, actually. It's not too bad. Why am I talking about coffee in the middle of a Bratzillas video? Anyway. Right. So I've got these two girls all built. Let's have a little look. This just makes sense. Like, this is so out there and so different and so cool. Right. Now it's time to dress these girls. I'm going to start with her. I'm actually obsessed with her now. So, I'm going to try and maybe not so much alternate, but I'll do... You know what? I think I'll put them in their full outfits, as in... I'll stick with these because I like the vibe and I think it will make more sense. I mean, not that it really matters, but... The thing about this is... that I find really interesting is, obviously, during the time that these were released, like, thought about, conceptualized, MGA was not going through a great time financially, and they kind of, having previously like set the tone for the doll industry with Bratz, kind of had no choice but to try and keep up with Monster High and what was going on. So, I mean, I saw a comment on another YouTuber's video about Bratzillas that was like, these are like a shameless copy, and I don't agree with that, and I think that's a really like dismissive way of talking about this. Like, at the end of the day, like, would Bratzillas exist without Monster High? Probably not. Would my scene exist without Bratz? Probably not. But it's one of those things where, like, and I've mentioned this before, when you're in competition, that's where you get led to places like this, like unbridled like creativity. Like, we need to keep up. We need to put exciting products out. We need to throw everything we've got at these releases. And that's how we end up with like really off the wall, out there things like this. And to me, that's commendable. As much as, obviously, it's not nice to see something and be like, okay, I know where that's come from. You can also give Bratzillas their flowers. Like, they are interesting. How cute. Right, as I said, I've washed these, so I haven't styled the wigs the best, so they might look a little bit odd, but like, yeah, they look a bit odd. But I just love it. I just love it. And the thing is these wigs are Saran. As far as I'm aware, these are Saran, which is wild because not a lot of the dolls got Saran. Anyway, let's try the other one on. I'm not sure which way this is supposed to be. So I'm going to make a confession. I washed and cleaned this wig and I only combed the pink side. No, that doesn't.
Turn the wigs around. What? No, really, come on, turn the wigs around.
I only combed the pink side because the blue was so... Like, there's a lot of density and volume in this hair, which I think is really cool. But I couldn't get the comb all the way through. So one side is a little bit more... I mean, I lost quite a bit of hair from this. And then this side is like... a little bit more unruly, but I love it. I love the curly hair, and I love how like referential it is to like a clown's wig, but also is like, looks good. I mean, I would like to style this. I saw someone do like bunches on this and it looked really good because this is rooted individually all the way down. I don't know if I'm showing that right, but it's rooted individually basically. So there is a part line all the way to the back, so you can do that. But I just like the volume of this hair and how different it is, and like, I'm living and I'm loving and I'm biased and I don't care. But this does make me more interested in like, I'm kind of in a place now where I have bought some new inbox dolls, but I'm trying to like, come on now, gorgeous. I want to keep things secondhand, and it's fun to get good deals, and it's fun to buy things that are like not out right now. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going on about how much I love Bratzillas. So I'm going to put her shoes on. I struggled putting these ones on last time. And she's bald! These are quite flimsy, I will say. I mean, Bratzillas themselves, I wouldn't necessarily say they are made with the best materials. As in, they've stood the test of time. Like, they still work and they still can be displayed, but their joints aren't the best. But to be honest, I wouldn't say many dolls' joints with articulation last a huge amount of time. These knees are definitely, I mean, okay, right, they're not going to do it now, but they are quite flimsy. It probably was a more interesting way of doing this cape, but it does its job, I guess. The wiggery and then the hats. I think I'll do, I mean, it's not going to stay on because the elastic broke, but I'll just do this one. I feel like it makes more sense here. There's not much friction on these wig caps, so you have to be quite careful, but this is the first girl. Is it the most incredible thing you've ever seen? No, but there is so many cool combinations that you can make with this pack. So that's the first girl. Let's go on to the second one. Ooh. Ooh. So she's gonna have like the more mod look. She's gonna have these, the black and white pieces. The sad thing about these is this is made of pleather, and it's, I mean, for second hand, this is in decent shape, but there is starting to be cracks, which I'm worried about. So I don't really know what I'm going to do to try and like stop that from happening. But a part of me is like, I mean, I'm not the best sewer in the world. My mum is a very good seamstress. So if this starts to like really crack and fall to pieces, maybe in the future, I could try my best to use this as a pattern and make it out of a material that's not going to do this. But, I mean, it's in pretty decent shape considering everything, which makes me think that maybe this wasn't played with much, but anyway. So we're going to try and dress her a little bit faster than the other girl because I just went off on tangents like I always do. I'm drinking coffee right now, so maybe that's why my brain is all over the place. Anyway, yeah, this skirt is starting to crack. Say crack again. I tried to put that in my last video and I don't think it worked. I don't know why that came to my head when I was editing, but I just thought it was hilarious, but oh well. So we've got this little like skirt cape. So let's put that on her too. Okay, this looks really odd, but oh well. I wonder how these would go down in the toy market right now. I don't feel, I mean, I'm not absolutely not like paying attention really to a lot of releases and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel like this Builder doll. I feel like this was a craze from a while ago that I feel like, I mean, now that I'm saying it, that Barbie has released that Builder doll set. Well, in a way, they're just bald dolls with heads that come off and wigs. And they seem interesting to someone who isn't me. So this is our second girly. Let's put her in a little pose. Here she is. I mean, the wig is looking wiggy, but I don't think many doll wigs don't look wiggy, as far as I'm aware. But I'll probably do this again and try and make it look better at some point, but for now, I've just enjoyed taking it apart and putting things together differently. So she would have, in theory, if the elastic works, this hat. She doesn't want to wear the hat. I think these little witch hats are so camp. And I love it. She kind of looks like the Tin Man from Alice in Wonderland. She kind of looks like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. So these are the two girlies that I've built. They're so cute. This has just been fun. Like, this is the kind of thing that I don't really do a lot with my dolls. I don't really play. The main thing that I like to do is like the restoration, the hairstyling, the display. That's kind of where I am. Whereas this kind of encouraged me to, I mean, it didn't necessarily encourage me. I had no choice because I deleted the video. Anyway, so yeah, this has been really fun to do again. I think I'll probably try some other styles and just, I haven't really settled on what I want them to look like when I do put them up on display. But yeah, this has been really fun to do again. Maybe I do want to get the single pack, and we're probably going to look on AliExpress and see how much it is to get the second wave single pack now. But yeah, how wild is this? Just such a off the wall kind of like choice, design decision to make these dolls look like this. Anyway, that's probably all I'm going to say for today because I need to get this edited and uploaded ASAP and I've got things to do today. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you had any Switcher Witches as a kid. Did you have any Creator Monsters? Do you have any now? Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.